This week on Salmon Showdown, we're back in Ludington, Michigan, and the teams are fired up for the final day of the Ludington Offshore Classic. It's the biggest event of the year, and everyone is scrambling to stake their claim to the most prestigious prize on the circuit.
Are you under?
Some will rise, some will fall.
Hang on to that right there. Forget that camera.
But they'll all feel the pressure on the trail's biggest stage.
Made a bad set. It's fine. Let's just fix it. That's all.
It wasn't bad.
Welcome back to Ludington, Michigan. Salmon Showdown for the Offshore Classic, the biggest event on the Lake Michigan Tournament Trail. That's why we're doing a two-parter for the Offshore Classic. We're back on our same three featured teams. All three of them have solid weights in after day number one. We're going to take it out to the lake and see if they can finish here on the final day. Probably sitting in the best position heading into day number two is Team Slipknot. Captains Lenny Vaughn and Mark Jamura filled two of their three slots with a 21 and a 19-pound king yesterday, and that has them sitting pretty in the 333 and the pro division of the Classic. If they can find a tournament limit that includes at least one nice king, this could turn into quite the lucrative weekend. Team Special Ed only used one of their three slots for the Founders Cup yesterday, and they filled it with a 17.8-pound king. While they've got some ground to make up, it's still a good weight. A couple of hogs today can easily lift them up near the top. Team Hambone sits in an almost identical position with two slots to fill and their own 17-pounder on the 333 board. They'll also be on the hunt for some big kings to close that gap. 333 scoring is unique on the tournament trail because of the choice required at the day one scales. Teams only have three slots to fill, and once they lock in a weight, it can't be changed. Sometimes the choice is easy, but sometimes, like for Hambone a few weeks back, it can be both risky and stressful.
I believe. What was the smallest one?
Let's see what the weight is.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're on the phone with the
what's
captain.
the weight is it?
My vote is yes. 13.55. 17.25.
17.25, 13.55.
Oh, I already know my vote, but I'm not the captain. And if I make the wrong choice, and I'm fishing on the polecat next year.
I'm neutral. I'll go either way.
I say yes. I'm up.
What do we like?
Take it.
All three?
I do.
Yep.
A hat trick?
No, I'm
Yep.
Top shelf?
So a bit of an onshore mutiny there in Grand Haven when, after much debate, the crew decided to overrule their captain and use a 13-pounder to fill their third slot.
Yeah, I get to sign it, right? Thank you. Everybody runs away from the signature.
It was a decision they'd soon regret when they hauled in a much bigger fish the next day. In the end, it cost them nearly 5 points on the Founders Cup leaderboard. I'm not sure if the lesson here is that the captain is always right. Perhaps it's more, if you're going to contradict the captain, you better make sure that you're not wrong. The shotgun start here in Ludington is drawing close now, as once again over 120 boats are heading out to stage, among them all three of our featured teams.
Yesterday went really well. Couldn't ask for a better day. We got all our 12 fish. Right now we are in first place, which actually puts a lot more pressure on us. If, otherwise if we were sitting in the middle of the pack, you don't have that pressure. But we just have to go out, execute today, do exactly what we did yesterday, and that's what we're going to do. We plan on going out, doing exactly the same program, same water, and hopefully we get close to the same results.
Hoping to have a little better day today than we had yesterday. We only caught 7 fish. Ran up down the lake trying to look for a special catch. We just didn't get it. Today's grinded out day. We're gonna just stay on our point, trying to catch some big kings for the 333 and hopefully come back with a decent box.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Go fishing,
5,
boys.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Good luck out there. We'll see you back in your head by 2 p.m.
Let's go, baby!
Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Moonshine Lures, quality super glow lures for salmon, trout, and walleye. Go Lake Marine, first on the water since 1911. Magnum Metals, dominate the depths. The final day is underway at the Ludington Offshore Classic, and Team Special Ed is pulling up to their starting position.
Good?
Yep, I got marks.
Okay, let's get them down. Both bags in.
Yep, same setup as yesterday's morning setup.
Keep us on the fish.
Yep, keep us on the fish. It's the main goal today. Circle on fish. Hopefully they're biting like they were yesterday morning.
Lines are also going out on the Hambone, and Team Slipknot is throttling down to see what the early bite has to offer.
147, 147.
The first to break the ice this morning is Team Special Ed.
Fish, fish, fish. Gone.
That side of the boat's working, mine's not.
Oh,
He's there.
nice job. You want to drive the boat?
I got it.
Catch.
We're going to, yep. Just the black one.
One.
That's right.
Nice job. Yeah, nice job. Do it again. Let's get that back out.
That's a good start for Special Ed. Next up is Team Slipknot. Their first taste of action this morning comes in the form of a double. Twice the fish, twice the action, and twice the chaos.
Come here, come here. No, I didn't ask that. Here, this one. Come
Here.
Right here. I want this one. You dry, put it dry. I want
Here,
this fish. He's coming in.
Right here. Give me a net.
Hold this. Don't hit my fish.
Get the net right here. Oh, get him. I'm coming back over here.
Okay.
Hold on. Come on over here.
Here, I got it. Drop me in here. Drop me in.
All right, good. Get
No, it ain't.
Get him. Okay, we got that one.
Okay, get out of the way. Hang on to that right there. Forget that camera. Okay, Lenny, here.
All right. We're wrapped up.
No, get the net out of the water. You never keep the net in the water. Now get that net out of the water. Get you're supposed to hold. Get the whole fish. Now, get him.
Get him.
Underneath his head.
Scoop him. Good.
The execution might not have been the prettiest, but hard to argue with the results.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
Keep that right.
Meanwhile, Hambone is hooked up, and for now, they're taking things one fish at a time.
Good, decent fish. He's pretty good. I don't think he's a jumbo that we're looking for, but they sometimes grow up on the way in. Let's hope this one does a lot. Lots of divers over on that side. He's coming right up into him. See it, Conrad? See the line?
There you go. Under. Over. There you go.
It's good to get the first one in the box, but he's not the 333 fish we're looking for. But at least we know we're in the zone, and hopefully we can find his big brother and sister, or grandpa.
Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Clemens Boats, your Great Lakes Albemarle dealer. Purple Taco Fly Supply. Create your own trolling flies. Ray's Eyewear. It pays to wear Ray's. We are well into the final fishing period of the Ludington Offshore Classic, and Team Hambone is getting some promising feedback from the graph.
125 is the fish. 128.
Well, there it is.
Well, it's moving in the right direction, but that's still not the fish Hambone was hoping to find. Luckily, there's still time to turn things around.
One fish per hour. We haven't missed any bites. We have not gotten a good fish yet. And we're just going to keep grinding it out and hope that maybe we can pick up two big ones. We'll need at least two 21, 22-pound fish to be in the running for winning the 333. And that's our goal today, is to catch those fish and get in it. So keep working at it.
Despite going 2 for 2 on their early morning double, it's been a slow start on the Slipknot as well, but you can always count on Captain Lenny to find the silver lining.
So yesterday, we were sitting like 7 for 8 right now. Today we're 3 for 7, hopefully 4 for 8. So that's how a day can shift so quickly. We've had one break off. We've had another one straighten a hook. And then we had 2 other ones that smashed it, grabbed it, and gone. So that's fishing for you. You got to take the good with the bad. And this is good.
So with 3 fish in the box and 1 tasty muffin in the belly, Slipknot's optimism is hopefully about to pay off.
Neutral. Ain't even that big. That don't matter. Neutral. Gear.
Meanwhile, a lack of action is starting to take its toll on the morale of Team Special Ed.
You can make all the decisions you want.
All right.
You made a bad set. It's fine. Let's just fix it. That's all.
It wasn't bad. There's a spot there, and there was a spot here, and I chose that one.
We caught one. We just got to do that.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about this one right now.
It's all good. It's all good.
Back on Slipknot, they're hooked up again, and this one has the feel of a potential weigher.
That board is too heavy. If he gets in there, he's done.
Slide him over, tip over to the right.
I think I might be all right. Hold on. We're good, I think. Yeah, he was just trending that way, but I think I got him over now. Yeah, we're good. This fish is going to be really possibly hot, so he hasn't done a lot. It's a big fish, so just be aware of that. Well, he was out of
We're gonna
town.
need a diver here. Somebody get on the back, get ready to lasso. Let him go, okay? So go up in the air.
Get right back
Get
over.
comfortable. Don't leave a bunch of slack in it. Coming in hot. All right, got him. All right, you're doing this push bag going out.
Hold the bank.
Can you get the bag on that side? I'll get it on this side.
Yeah.
Then you need to get something station. I got it. Double.
Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Dreamweaver, leading the way in big lakes trolling gear. Jacobs Financial Services, keep your money safe. Garmin, explore their full line of marine products at garmin.com. Time is dwindling on the Ludington Offshore Classic, and unfortunately, it's also running out on Special Ed's quest for the Founders Cup. They posted a monster score earlier this season in St. Joe, but to stay in contention, they needed another one here. Now the reality is setting in that this just wasn't their day.
Sometimes you're fishing and sometimes you're catching.
Today we were fishing.
It's a different outlook on Slipknot, where the action has picked up late, and so is their consistency with getting fish in the box.
All right, here we go. Nice and smooth as you walk past.
That
Keep the
diver.
rod low.
What's going on with that diver? I got it.
I don't know. Just get it in here. Here. Reel that other over there.
Here. This one. Take this.
Yeah, you
Hold
got it.
that. Someone. Here, just reel this lightly. Here, reel this lightly.
All right, come here, Mark.
I got it. Reel.
Walk back. Walk back. All the way down the middle.
So despite this little tangle, it's a successful finish for Team Slipknot. Hambone picked up a couple more in the later hours of the tournament, but based on their size, it's unlikely that they'll do much to help their overall standing in the Founders Cup race. Of course, to some degree, that does depend on how the rest of the field performed, and they're all heading in now to the Day 2 scales.
Ended up getting 11, needed 12, and we probably only got maybe a 19-pounder or so. So overall, it was a good day, but it could have been a lot more like yesterday.
Just ended up with 4 bites today, 4 fish. Nothing for the size or what we needed for the 333. Looking forward to Frankfurt. That'll be our next outing.
Today sucked.
Today sucked.
Today sucked.
You got one?
We got one fish.
Is it a good one? You feel
It's not a good one, nope. It's probably 12 pounds. We had 3 or 4 others and they didn't make it to the boat. And we sucked for the 333. That's not good. Puts us in a horrible position for both 333 and Founders Cup and all that.
So the scales are closed here, Day 2 at the Ludington Offshore Classic. 1 out of 3 ain't bad for the featured team. Slipknot getting a very usable score. Hambone and Special Ed, maybe not so much, but there were a whole lot of other teams taking scores here at the Classic. We're gonna take a look at the updated standings here on the Salmon Showdown leaderboard. It was a disappointing finish for Team Special Ed, but they did actually move up 2 spots into the top 5. While the overall title is now just out of reach, they do still have 1 more score to post. If they can wrap up their season with a big number, they should easily finish well above the pay line. Hambone had a shot to take over the top spot in the Founders Cup race, but they also came up short here on day number 2. It's not all bad news, though. They move into 3rd place with 1 more event to fish, and the title is still well within their reach. The biggest move this weekend belongs to Slipknot, who makes their first appearance in the top 10. They are now averaging nearly 96 points out of a possible 100, and with 2 scores left to post, they have to be considered one of the mid-season favorites to take the title. Of course, there's plenty of fishing left on this year's trail, and plenty of teams that have yet to show their cards in this season-long race. Congrats to all the division winners here this weekend, and a quick shout out to our host tournament, the Ludington Offshore Classic. This event, which is spearheaded by the Chamber Alliance of Mason County, has been the largest on the circuit for over 20 consecutive years. Ludington, Michigan is a great spot for your next fishing trip. You'll find an impressive fleet of charter captains and multiple inland lakes and rivers here, offering a wide variety of year-round angling adventures. Find out more about this beautiful port city at pureludington.com. Next week, we'll have 2 brand new teams for you to ride along with as we head a bit further south on the Lake Michigan Tournament Trail. The Muskegon Open will be the site of our next Salmon Showdown.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.